High roller, sweet.
Enjoy your time in Vegas.
The foundation is laid. My Securitrons on the Strip are upgraded, and those at the fort ready for action. Now it's just a matter of adjusting the attitudes of some lesser groups while we wait for Caesar's Legion to attack Hoover Dam. New Vegas is more than a city. It's the remedy to mankind's derailment. The city's economy is a blast furnace in which can be forged the steel of a new rail line running straight to a new horizon. What is the NCR? A society of people desperate to experience comfort, ease, luxury. A society of customers. With all that money pouring in, give me 20 years and I'll reignite the high technology development sectors. 50 years and I'll have people in orbit. 100 years and my colony ships will be heading for the stars to search for planets unpolluted by the wrath and folly of a bygone generation. I prefer the term autocrat. I would rule as a chief executive. I would not answer to a board of directors or any other entity. Nothing to impede progress. If you want to see the fate of democracies, look out the windows. My judgment. I have no interest in abusing others, just as I have no interest in legislating or otherwise dictating what people do in their private time. Nor have I any interest in being worshipped as some kind of machine god messiah. I am impervious to such corrupting ambitions. But autocracy? Firm control in the hands of a technological and economic visionary? Yes, that Vegas shall have. What else did you want to discuss? Why is good help so impossible to find?
Why have you done this? Centuries of preparation. So much good undone. Those snakes. For them, you sad, misguided whore. May there be a hell for you, a Tartarus, bleak, unending.
Obituaries of the recently deceased Mr. House, President, CEO, and sole proprietor of the Vegas Strip are still available. Just ask any Securitron. Obituaries of the recently deceased Mr. House, President, CEO, and sole proprietor of the Vegas Strip are still available. Just ask any Securitron.
Boss. Just, yuck.
What did you put a plug in his cock tube to make him explode? Not much. And I haven't had occasion to look for anything more than that. I've heard what most people know. He's said to run New Vegas. He runs the robots. But, well, no one's really seen him. Of course, no one really will now that he's dead. Good thing, too. No idea what that contraption was on his pecker.
You should have heard Leo, sweetie. He laughed and laughed when that old man in the box exploded.
Glad that fucker House is gone.
House selling out to the NCR? Who would have figured him for a fink?
Such a shame about Mr. House. He used to send a Securitron to our dinner parties sometimes. Like an uninvited but harmless uncle.
Do you mean that he's a goner? I can have my vault back? That's just super! I thought we'd never see a different New Vegas. One that belongs to the people.
Someone got Mr. House. The strip's gonna change. I'd bet on it.
Looks like Mr. House run out of luck, huh?
NCR should take this chance now that Mr. House is out of the way.
With House dead, we'll have Vegas annexed before the year's out.
I won't be missing Mr. House, that's a given. The Strip's better off without him.
I wonder how Mr. House died. I figure it wasn't old age.
I've heard a few patients mention the Securitrons are acting strangely, and no one has heard from Mr. House in a while. If House is out of the picture, maybe we'll be able to get our hands on some of his technology. It would help our scientists greatly.
Have you noticed the Securitrons acting up? People are saying House might be dead.
People are saying the Securitrons are acting funny. I hope that old geezer House is dead. Might give the locals a chance to take control.
People say Mr. House hasn't been heard from in a while. Good riddance. Now, what can I get for you?
We should reclaim the rest of the city, if the rumors about House are true.
That Mr. House who lorded over the Strip is dead. Good riddance, I say.
Rumor from the Strip is that House is dead. I hope the old bastard choked on his own tongue.
Mr. House is out of the picture, probably killed by his own robots.
How do we know if Mr. House is really gone? No one's ever seen him in the first place.
I've been hearing some rumors from the embassy that Mr. House is gone quiet all of a sudden. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
I've read Mr. House's obituary. Had a high opinion of himself, didn't he? With Mr. House out of the way, I can focus on smoothing out a few lingering complications elsewhere in the Mojave. I know he's dead. I know he's no longer a factor. That's all I need to know. Losers don't matter in the history books. He's a fucking footnote.
The
warlord House thought himself beyond Caesar's reach. And now he's dead.
Worry about House? Why would I do this? Hope he died alone in a dingy room, streaming his last remaining bodily fluids into jars. And him and his dirty girdle bots. Don't even get me started on those filthy biological catcher's mitts.
House spoke, acted through machines. Sometimes can judge a man by his messengers. Sometimes the messengers judge him. Wonder what happens to Vegas now. The tribes, families. We'll see. What you did was for the best. The old world died long ago. Anyone who believes they can make it return, and everything will be as it was. It is a dangerous belief. Needs to be silenced before their belief spreads. If you saw a house, you didn't see a man. An old world spirit, perhaps. Filthy, diseased. If so, killing him was mercy, not cruelty.